Good, great afternoon to all of my beautiful and wonderful subscribers. Happy super soulful Saturday. This is the lady herself. Today is the day. Live stream from Chicago for Chicago Talk. Want to start off this live stream by saying namaste and peace be unto you and everybody that is watching this live stream. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing wonderful and well indeed. Yes, today is the grand day. All right, now we got TR5003, one of my ride to die subscribers. How you doing, my brother? I hope everything is wonderful. Yes, indeedy, I am super excited. Today is a special and beautiful day for the history of Chicago Talk. I mean, this is a dream for me that actually had came true. I am super excited. Yes, I love you. Thank you for your support, TR triple five, TR5. I'm sorry, 0003. You know what I mean, brother. I hope everything's going well with you, brother. I am just so excited for the special moment. I mean, it's a beautiful day in Chicago. It's about 80 degrees. It's supposed to rain later today, but it's like partly cloudy, but we still are experiencing a beautiful breeze. Oh, and by the way, happy June. This is the first month of summer. So I'm so excited about that. Again, happy Saturday. And Mr. Burke, I'm gonna wait for a couple of minutes for a few more people to chime in though, and then afterwards we're gonna go on and kick it off though real quick. Um,
Okay.
yes. So, yes, God. I mean, first I had to give my honor to the Creator, for this opportunity. I am really thankful, and just for the last 2 years that I went through, as far as with this channel, I mean, this has been a fantastic experience, and I am truly blessed. Oh, before I go any further, ladies and gentlemen, I want to really thank you all. Oh my God, I got a present surprise. Arlo Monk. Oh my God, Arlo Monk, how are you doing, my brother? I mean, now this is another one of my Ride to Die subscribers. I mean, we're subscribed to each other's channel, but how are you doing, Arlo? I hope you are doing fantastic like I am. How you doing? Just waiting for some more people to chime in. I'll probably just give it about maybe say we got 5 in the room right now, so give it about maybe get it close to 10, and after that I'm gonna go ahead and kick this interview off. But I hope everybody. Oh, thank you, my brother. I mean, thank you for the support. Let me see. Okay, from TR5, I'm doing great things. I'm finally set up and planting my garden yesterday. That is beautiful. That is really beautiful. What's going on, Donna? How you doing, my lady? Welcome, of course, again to the live stream. I know you wouldn't miss this for the world, though. I mean, I'm fired up this afternoon. This is fantastic. Um, like I was saying, now my special guest today, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, but I'm just gonna do my introduction. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are already know, though, I mean, and I know with some people on here. There's some. Oh, Donna, Arlo said hello to you and how you doing and many blessings. So just to kind of give it a little bit of background, the special guest that I have with me today, he is a well-known actor and producer, and currently he is one of the cast members from the TV show that is showing on the. Oh my goodness, Gifted, what's up, girl? How you doing? How you doing, Gifted? I'm so happy we got more people coming in. I'm getting excited now. So yeah, my special guest though, he is in California, and he is currently though one of the cast members of the Haves and the Have Nots. Oh, Donna, Arlo said, "Oh, how you doing, Miss Donna?" And he stole the hearts at you. But anyway, back to this. He is one of the cast members for the TV show, the well-known TV show from the Haves and Have-Nots. And I mean, for those of you who have been watching that show, I mean, that show is just, oh my God, it is just fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, thank you, Miss Gifted. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce to you his character is Derek, and it is Mr. Keith Burke on the line right now. Happy super soulful Saturday to you, Mr. Burke. And how are you doing this fine Saturday?
Well, happy Super Soul Saturday to you, Miss Temptation, and I am doing amazing. Uh, Everything is wonderful on my end. I'm grateful to be alive and grateful to
Yes.
be here with you and all of your wonderful supporters and opportunity to have a wonderful conversation with you this Saturday.
And I think, and again, I cannot say this anymore. Though I want to thank you again so very much for joining me on this live stream. One of my solid subscribers who've been following me for a while, he told me TR5. He said, "Welcome, Keith Burke." He said, "Happy Saturday to you as well."
Thank you so much, and I greatly appreciate it.
Oh, you got another welcome as well from my girl Gifted, Chosen Gift.
All right, thank you very much, and happy Saturday to you as well.
Yeah, these are my subscribers who've been following me for a while, ever since I first started the channel. So, like I said, it's gonna be still people gonna be chiming in and stuff, so that's okay. But I want to go ahead and kick off these questions though. So, now the first question I want to ask is, I know this was Thursday. I had a chance to research your profile a little bit, and I noticed that you had played in a variety of movies such as The Players Club, and also you played in The Young and the Restless. I was like, wow. So out of all your experiences with the movies though, what is your favorite, your greatest experience of it all?
Well, it's hard. It's hard to lock down one. But
Hmm.
what I can do is I can do it in order.
Okay.
For me, the first time um, that I had an oh my God moment was when I moved to LA and I was on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel Air with Will Smith, who I saw growing up. My cousin lived in his neighborhood, so we had an opportunity to kind of meet and kind of get to know each other a little bit when we were younger.
Okay.
And when I saw a buddy of mine, Ernest Tron Anderson, who's passed away a couple years ago, but when I saw him one time doing, I think he was doing extra work on the show, but he was a really close friend of Will's. And it just kind of brought the reality of people from my neighborhood, people from where I'm from, can really have that level of success just to be, to see where Will was and to see how he was pulling people from
Wow.
really, out to LA and just really helping them, get themselves involved in the business and so forth. So I reached out to some friends that reached out to him, and
Okay.
I ended up out here just to visit to see what it was like. This was back in 1994. And what was so amazing about it was just standing there in on the NBC lot and being on the set of Fresh Prince of Bel Air and just seeing, like, that was the first television set I had ever been on.
Amazing.
And it was just standing there and just realizing that these kinds of things were real. I mean, that was my first, like, oh my God moment. Then my second one was actually how I got my SAG card was doing stand-in work for Will on Men in Black, the first one, and meeting Tommy Lee Jones and all these people. It was just like being on these blocks, and those were my first aha moments. But then the second one was Players Club, and obviously meeting Ice Cube and just like remembering being in high school and watching it was like high school, college, watching them. NWA, and just seeing the evolution, to see that he was directing his first film, and to know that I went from watching, NWA perform and Ice Cube. I had bought his tapes, and when he left NWA, and I was like one of the few guys in my, on the East Coast in my neighborhood that was listening to West Coast music. But because I love all, I was very interested in music all from everywhere. So to be on this set with Ice Cube shooting his very first, film as a director, it was pretty like mind blowing. And then to go from that, I guess my third one was when I did Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, and sitting next to Eddie Murphy on set, it was like it was just I had these moments with, and what was so awesome about it is most of them were with brothers, of color, men of color who had who felt accessible and who I had, had the privilege of seeing their evolution and their to their success, and obviously look to where they are now, and to know that
Amazing.
I had a part of that, not and I was able to watch and be inspired and to learn from how they did things and how their level of professionalism, but yet their level of accessibility. The biggest thing I learned from Will and even Ice Cube that just watching how accessible they were to people. They didn't have this "I'm better than you. You need to stand over here. You need to be over there." They were very accessible and very, very like just personable. And it really showed me that, no matter where you are, no matter how much you achieve, always be personable, always be acceptable to those, because you never know who's watching, and you never know who you inspire just by, being a human being, being
Mm-hmm.
someone who has kindness in their heart and is available, to people as much as you can be given the circumstance. So those were big ones. And obviously, the biggest one for me was walking onto the set of The Have and the Have Not and seeing Mr. Perry sitting behind the camera and waiting
Wow.
to run over. Like, I literally, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. The first scene that you saw me in the first episode, which was episode 502, was my
Mm-hmm.
first episode on the show.
Wow.
And I came in to fix Hannah's sink, and I don't know if you noticed, I was the first shot we did.
Oh,
I was
yes.
I was standing by the sink while they were setting up the cameras, and I
Yes.
promise you, I'm sitting here, I'm just watching all of this, and everything felt so surreal because I just kept looking over at Mr. Perry, and I'm going like, that's really Tyler Perry, like he's really sitting over there, like I don't know, it was just so surreal that he's directing this, and this is, I'm here, and I literally, excuse my expression, I almost threw up in that thing. Like, the room started spinning, and
Wow.
I just couldn't believe, like, I finally had a role that I would be able to develop. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
had done parts on shows where I was there for a day, or maybe even 2 episodes or something, but never where I knew a character was going to have an arc, where there was going to be a relationship and difficulty and moments where I could really, it's a character that I could really sink my teeth into, and that,
Mm-hmm.
this black man had given me this opportunity to have a real career in this business. And it was very humbling and terrifying, like in that moment, the anxiety of it all, like to want to live up to this opportunity. And I remember I just leaned over and thinking, I was like, okay, you can't do this. And I pulled it together, and he said a couple of words to me that really changed my life and empowered me, and I was fine after that. I mean, I literally it just took all the anxiety and all the fear and any type of, you know, worrying about failure. All that was taken away because he really said some really kind things to me, and just to welcome me
Beautiful.
and to let me know that everything was going to be fine, and I had a home there, and if all I had to do was just be me. And that was the main thing, that when someone tells you that all you have to do is just be who you already are, there's really no more, no more words of encouragement you should need. If who you are is enough, and I think all of us kind of, we battle with that from day to day sometimes. It's like when you know that who you are is enough, then, I mean, what else is there to be concerned about? And that really set me on the road of empowerment in that role, and I just continue to work hard and be grateful for it.
God is so good, though. That is just that's amazing. That is really amazing.
It's
Now,
some
let
kind of
me
an
ask you.
evolution of these
Mhm.
people. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No,
I
go
just
ahead.
wanted to
Go ahead.
take
I'm
you through the
sorry.
evolution.
Mhm.
No, I just, I know I started all the way back with Fresh Prince, but I kind of wanted to just kind of take you through these moments of this evolution where, these brothers were really empowering, and these men, that look like me and I look like them. We, to kind of encourage me in different ways just by example, and, by allowing me to feel at home and comfortable in these situations. So I'm just grateful for that, and I wanted to kind of take you through that for a second.
That's fantastic. That is really fantastic. And I love the fact that, just hearing strong, positive black men just working together and achieving something. And, that's fantastic. Now, let me ask you, what inspired you to get into acting?
Yeah. Well, my mother um, told me when I was 9 years old that I was going to be an actor, and I told her I was going to be a professional football player, and um, yeah, that wasn't going to happen. So
Mm-hmm.
who was right, me or her? um, my mom, I think, she really inspired me. She had me involved in like plays when I was growing up in the church. She always pushed me towards that, and then I was in the Philadelphia Boys Choir. Um,
Wow.
she pushed me towards that, and having the opportunity to kind of see the world and be in a position to see what entertainment actually was. Because I mean, when you come from Philadelphia, I mean, it doesn't really. We're more of a musical sports town. I mean, we have obviously Bill Cosby, which was huge, and for us at that time, and
Right.
with the Cosby Show and just seeing the kind of people that were able to come from Philadelphia and have that level of success. But I didn't know a lot of young people in this business, so it never really seemed feasible. California, LA seemed so far away.
Mm-hmm.
And so, unless you were interested in like kind of a Broadway career, it just always seemed like if you were going to go to New York, then obviously and beat that pavement, which I spent a lot of time in New York as a kid because my aunt lived in Brooklyn. And, that New York energy is infectious and you start to believe, okay, well, maybe I'll go that route. But I never dreamed of coming out to LA.
Wow.
Excuse me, and it wasn't until Will Smith, and I was watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and saw somebody that I knew, somebody that was my age, actually having that level of success that didn't even seem possible to me. And to be quite honest. But at that point, I found myself really interested in when I got to college in storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, maybe I'll look at a career in writing because I had seen so much in this world from traveling and just from my experiences of growing up. I thought, well, maybe I should look at where I would find my way into telling these stories. And I remember writing different essays as a freshman. And my professor telling me how, he was like, man, you have a way of telling a story that makes me feel like I'm right there. And I thought, even with that, as much as it was a joy, I always felt like, man, there's more to it. There's more I want. But I think I was more intimidated by the idea. And then Spike Lee came along, right? And he made everybody believe that, wow, from the grassroots, she's got to have it. Like, man, you can start, and between Spike Lee and Will Smith, then it became real. Then it became like, maybe this could be something I should start to look at as a possibility in life. And it took me some time, and I got involved in the theater. And once I got involved in the theater, I was hooked. And then it became real to me that, why not give it a shot? But, it wasn't until, I came out and saw Will on the first, came out to the studio and had an opportunity to see Will and really know that this is a possibility and to get that level of encouragement. He's like, if you want to do it, you just got to pick up and you got to come out. And 6 months later, I packed up everything, sold everything I had, piled up what was left in the car, and with a buddy of mine, we drove out to LA, and I've been out here ever since. That was September of 1995.
Wow, amazing. Okay, now what was your experience like though when you first auditioned for the Haves and Have-Nots? Because I know our subscribers though we're dying to know that. What was your actual experience like? What was it like when you
Well,
worked with the cast?
it was interesting because when I got the audition, it was interesting because I felt like it was like, wow, this could be, a pretty big role. I didn't know the depths of it. And they didn't know, I think, at the time. They were just saying that it was more like we want to see where this can go.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I auditioned, it was unbelievable to me that it was intimidating, but I guess I just felt like, man, if ever there was a time, I had this feeling like it's now or never. I mean, that's how it always felt to me. Like, if you're ever going to do something in this business, it's going to either be now or never. And that's really how that felt. And I went in there, and my audition went really well, and I felt really confident about it. And they put me on tape, and it was people out there. And then they said, if they're interested, they'll fly you out to Atlanta for a chemistry read with the love interest who was Crystal Fox, and I was like, oh, great. So I get a call they call my agency that same day, and they said, well, we'd like to bring Crystal happens to be in LA for something for OWN, so we can do the chemistry read here in LA, which is where I already was, and that was the next day, and it was myself and I think 4 or 5 other guys that it came down to.
Oh wow.
And it was interesting because when I was sitting in the hallway, I had seen the show and everything, and Crystal came in. I didn't recognize her because she looked so much younger in person. And I did not, she looked completely different from Hannah. So I she literally walked by, spoke to everybody, and we spoke and everything, and I didn't know who she was because I was in an office where they were auditioning for other things. So I just thought initially she was an actress that was auditioning for something else. That's how much I didn't recognize who she was because she looked so different from her character
Oh,
on
wow.
television. And I was nervous and all of that. And I'm sure a lot of things played into that. But once things got in going, and I realized who she was, and they said, okay, we're gonna have you come in with her, and you guys just kind of go over the scene by yourself without before we put you on camera.
Okay.
And I mean, she was so wonderful and so kind and so generous and just, and, you know, we did the we went over the stuff and everything was great. And I was like, wow, this is going to be awesome. Like, I feel comfortable. And so then the casting director came in and said, okay, I'm going to put you guys on tape. And I got really nervous when she said that. And I remember I started out and I was kind of flubbing some lines. And so they stopped and she was like, you just need to take a breath. And then Crystal was like, look, you just killed this. Come on, man. You got this. Let's go. And she was smiling at me. She was like, come on. And it made me feel so comfortable and so calm. And after that, I was fine. And I guess I had that, you know, I had that glitch. But I tell you what, we got it on tape. And then, like, that same, I think it was the very next day, or I can't remember. That was a Thursday. Yeah, so the next day, they called and said that I got it. And I promise you, I was like, I had to pull over because my agent called me. I had to pull over on the side of the road. And he was like, yeah, you know, you got the role. And I could not, I mean, I didn't, just the whole world was spinning. Because the whole process it went so fast.
Wow.
Because you don't know. And then you see people that you do know, and it's down to 3 or 4 or 5 people, and you just go, oh my God, what are the odds that I will get it? But it's just, you know, sometimes something feels so right that it scares you to death, and you think, man, if it feels this right, it should be mine. But, you know, out here in this business, there's no rhyme or reason for sometimes why you get things. It's just your time and your opportunity. And I mean, from that moment, it has just been a pretty amazing opportunity experience, a pretty amazing ride, because the thing about them, okay, he's got the role, he's got to leave in 4 days, and then because of, I think the weather was pushed another 2 days, so everything with that happened so fast. It's not only that you book the role, usually if you book something, you book it a month or 2 out, or maybe even like if it's television, you may book it 2 weeks out. But with Mr. Perry, it's like, it could be, all right, we need him down here tomorrow or 2 days from now. So all of a sudden I went from struggling to get my next job to I'm leaving in 4 days to shoot a television role that could go on. And it was just like, finally, I don't know, it's hard to describe what that feeling was like. It was just so, like, life-changing. That's the only way I just knew that things would be different after that. And from the time I got down there, I remember I was sitting in my hotel room, and I got a call from Crystal, and she said, what's she doing? And I was like, oh, I'm just sitting here taking this home. And she says, okay, well, I'm coming by the hotel. Let's go. I'm going to take you over to the studio. I want you to meet everybody. And she came by, picked me up, and she took me to the studio and literally introduced me to everyone, from craft service to the crew to the cast members to wardrobe. I mean, introduced me to everybody. And the last person that she introduced me to was Mr. Perry. And I just was like, I can't even, I'm just soaking it all in. It was just such an amazing feeling. Everybody was very friendly, very welcoming. And because of that, because she took that time to like really bring me into that family in that way, I think people were way more receptible to this new person coming into this tightly knit family. And they treated me as, just like I was one of the family from that point on.
That is wonderful.
And so it's just been a really amazing, wonderful experience. I really look forward to going to work each and every day. And I just, I'm just thankful that things are still moving forward. I mean, it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Excellent. Now, because I know a couple of days ago we've had a conversation talking about in terms of helping out the youth and inspiring the youth. So what I wanted to ask though, what specific advice though would you give to the youth who really wants to get into acting and some form of theater?
I think the the first piece of advice is I often say, I always say theater because it's like that's where it's character development and so forth. A lot of it is rooted in theater, and no matter where you are, where you live, most of the time there's a theater company or there's a theater classes, or if you're in school, it's so grounding to be, it can really, that's your foundation, so if you have it in you, I would always tell them, take some kind of a class, but ideally theater, because theater teaches you character development in a very particular way that allows you to really live in that space. If you don't have access to a theater, then obviously if there's just classes on camera, but you still need to know character development. And oftentimes that's why I would tell people, like I'm from Philly, and we had Freedom Theater, and there was also the Walnut Street Theater. There were different theater companies, but I was at Freedom, and just that opportunity, and do as much theater as you can, because once you get to LA, I mean, there's theater out here now. When I got out here, there really wasn't a lot of theater at all, especially for us. And now there's a lot of it, and that's due to, I know Nambi Welch, who I started working with when I first got out here. Well, in the early 2000s, he really kind of helped me get that, get that level of work, because you always have to be doing it. That's the key. It's like people go work out, they do it every, a couple times a week. I mean, it's like you really need to keep those muscles sharp. So if you build a strong foundation, and you have to stay rooted in that, you have to stay focused on that. As much as this is a business, you still have to have a product to bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I would tell young people, hey, listen, look in your area, see what's available to you. Start somewhere where you start to learn character development, understanding what it's like, what this is all about. Because there's so much opportunity now, and it hasn't been like this for a long time.
Okay.
And it's important that if you want to get this opportunity, you don't want to blow it. It's really important that you know who you are in this. And then also, too, as individuals, it's so important for our young people to have mentors.
Exactly.
People that they can look to say, how do I do this, that are accessible. Because once they have this foundation that we're telling them to get, through their education, through going out, even high school theater, and then getting in the theater if they decide to go to college. If they don't go to college, looking for community theater, any type of classes that they can that is accessible to them. They still need. It's really helpful for those type of mentorships, for people to be able to have access to people who have had success. And that's why it's important to me to be able to reach back and be able to speak to these people, because they can say, okay, well, I've seen him do things, and to know my story and know what I've come from, and to be able to understand that anything is possible. It just takes an immense amount of hard work and dedication and discipline. But I mean, I think mentorships, I think a lot of us who are having success, a lot of times we don't think, oh, well, I'm not a household name yet. It's okay. You're still doing the thing that, like, people want to do. Like, if I'd have had somebody who was where I was, I had the good fortune of getting all that once I got out here. Like, no one, but until I got out here, maybe if I hadn't had that access to Will, who knows? I mean, I have to be really honest. If I didn't see someone I know on this television show and say, hey, I'd like to come out and see how things go. If I had not have had that, I don't think I would be here right now, to be honest with you, because I wouldn't have known what avenue, I wouldn't have known who to reach out to and how to reach out, because it's just not, the information and the people just aren't there in Philadelphia to say, hey, this is what you should do. And I'm sure it's like this in many, many, many cities in the United States, but it's important for us as actors when we're able to, and like people such as yourself, like if people say, hey, we want to bring this person to Chicago, that person say, okay, well, I can do it, but this is, we can make this work for everybody so that it's for the kids, and we just have to start really getting into these communities, especially men, I find that there's such a lack of male accessibility in that way. Like, I mean, in this business, it's important that we give back in that way. I think we have to show our faces and be willing to, sit with these kids and talk with them and let them ask the questions that are on their minds and say, hey, well, look, this is what I think and this is what I know. And I can take them through certain things that I've gone through as far as coming out here knowing, okay, if you don't have a job when you get out here, you're going to need some savings. You're going to need to be able to expect that you can come out with another person. Maybe you guys can be roommates because it's tough to live in LA on your own. It's very expensive. Like, it's just different things, and understand the way the union works and what your goals should be in terms of that. And, there's so much information that I learned through trial and error that I'm sure we could provide, just simple things like that for them to know, like, you can do this, but this is probably how you want to go about it. Also, too, I think it's really important to know that, this isn't just about, like, this isn't I want to be a house, I want to be famous. I mean, that comes with opportunity mostly, and people attaching themselves to things that you do. But it's more about finding a home for what their art, for what they do well. Like, for me, it was storytelling, and it was really important for me to show this human side of Black men who are trying to, because here's the thing: we have 2 million people in prison in the United States,
So
and we
sad.
know how many of them look like me. So my point is this: with Derek, this guy went to jail. He came out. He changed his life. He is a Christian. He goes to church. He is a deacon. He wants to have a family. He wants to do all of these positive things. And unfortunately, just like so many brothers out here, your past can catch up to you. Then what?
Exactly.
And that's what I think was so, amazing about this storyline, because Mr. Terry is challenging you to how true are you to your compassion? How true are you to forgiveness? It doesn't mean that Hannah and I are supposed to go on. It's just, look at all that I've become as a result, but I still have to own the destruction that I left in my wake. You know what I mean? But still, do I deserve a second chance? How many brothers out here are looking for a second opportunity, not to be judged on the action, especially if they've paid their debt to society?
Mm-hmm.
And so many of us, when we're convicted for life. We're set up so that we never can be anything. If you're telling me I can't vote, or if you're telling me that I don't have a place in society to have a family and to turn my life around because of something that I did when I was 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that to me is a huge thing, and I think that's something that, in the course of working on that role, became very important to me to understand. Like, these people need to know second chances are real. People deserve an opportunity, or if not, then why don't we just kill the felon? Like why do we, why do we say, oh, you have to go pay your debt to society, and then once it's paid, they continue to pay, and they continue to pay by not being able to get a job, by not being able to take care of their family, by being vilified in the public media, and after a while it starts to get really. We see the effects of that in our streets and in our communities as a result of men coming out of prison and not feeling like they have a place in our society.
Right.
And it's important for these kids to know, because so many of them are already in the system by such a young age that, hey, this does not define you, and this does not have to be the end of your story. This is just a part of your story.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it, you can control.
Exactly.
And so I think that that's something that we need to start really reaching back as men and letting our young people know that one mistake or one misstep does not define you as a man. And when you come out of that tough time in your life, you can be anyone you want to be.
Exactly.
And that's the truth, because I'm living proof, and I'm grateful for that.
Fantastic, beautiful story. Now, let me ask you this now. Even though, like I said, I know that you still have the role though as Derek in the haves and have nots, but I'm curious to know though, what are your future goals as far as for acting and as well as being a producer?
Well, my future goals is to do film, to continue to do television, but also to develop stories. I have a particular story of my personal story with my brother and my sister, and how we came out, and I'm just really starting in the beginning stages of that, but developing a story about, the foster care system and
Okay.
how, kids are split up and how, it can really have a tremendous, a catastrophic effect
Mm-hmm.
on them. And just, you know, telling that story, about my brother and my sister and I, and how we were all separated as children, and
Oh,
how
wow.
the effects that it's had on us as individuals, and how different we've all been affected based on where we ended up, and it's just a story that deserves to be told. And it's something that I'm going to work on with my younger brother who's battling stage 4 cancer right
Oh,
now.
I'm
So
so
it's been a
sorry. Wow.
tough year for me in that regard, and for him, keeping our family just in prayer and just continuing to. But out of so many things, there can be things that come out that heal other people. And
Wow.
so, I've been talking with my brother about it. He's still, he just stopped his chemotherapy
Wow.
last week, and his radiation. So now he's just really, he's just in the healing process and hoping that
Okay.
this will be it for him, as far as this cancer fight. But
Right.
um, there's so much to his story, and I've just been telling him, like, we have got to start to, when to start to get this down and start to, flush this out and create something from it, because it's just too powerful to, and it really, I believe, will heal some people and open some people's eyes to understand that, nothing can stop you. Every day that you wake up and you can open your eyes and you have breath to breathe, there's nothing that can stop you from achieving your dreams and being who you were meant to be. And I
Exactly.
just believe that story, and Pennsylvania just signed a bill that doesn't no longer allows children to be split up in the foster care system, and that almost brought me to tears, because it's a very damaging thing to
Okay.
split children up like that,
Okay.
from one another. Brothers and sisters can't be separated anymore. So I'm very grateful that just happened this week.
Right.
Um, but yeah, that's something that I'm looking forward to in the future. But in the immediate future, I would love to continue to be a part of the Have story, and other projects where characters have some depth and can really speak to our experience. That's my goal.
Wow.
That's my focus.
Yeah, my prayers definitely go out to your brother as far as for, battling the cancer, because I went through that with I have an older brother, and he was battling with that like 7 years ago. And when he first told me, I told him, I said, well, don't, I mean, it's not a death sentence. I said, just as a form of inspiration, I showed him, I said, we could beat this. It's going to be fine. We just have to believe in knowing that you could pass this point. And he went through radiation, and then after that, then 7 years later, he's still going strong, and he's the cancer went into remission. So
Yeah, no, I mean, anything's possible. I think for me it was tough because while I actually didn't know my brother had cancer. Like,
okay.
he didn't tell anybody initially,
Wow.
and I was actually on my way back to Philadelphia to go to a memorial service for one of my best friends who just passed away from cancer.
Oh my God.
And and June. So he passed away from cancer in April,
Wow.
and I went to Philadelphia to go to his memorial service, and
Mm.
in the process of making my flight arrangements and stuff for Philly, I was going to stay a weekend, just go for the memorial service and turn around and come right back, because it was in the middle of pilot season. And I was like, well, I'll just go back and visit with my family in summertime.
Okay.
I found out my brother had cancer. So instead of staying a weekend, I ended up staying a little over a week and spending time with him. And it's just seeing the effects of cancer, seeing, losing a friend, and
Wow.
not even being able to tell him at the time. I don't think he still doesn't know, because I didn't want to give him that news about someone that he knew, and he was in that battle
Wow.
himself. So I to this day, I still haven't told him about a friend of ours who passed away. I just kind of left it kept it to myself.
Wow.
It's just hard to watch, the effects of these things, and oftentimes, a lot of things come from that level of stress. Like we as Black people in this country, we endure
Mm.
so much stress
Yes, we do.
that it's astronomical, and the effects of it and the effects that it has on our bodies is terminal.
Yes, it
And
is.
so between I mean, that's why they're now doing all these studies of depression about
Mm-hmm.
how,
Mm-hmm.
because, our community, you can, if you, the level of oppression and the level of stress that we have to just wade through on a daily
Wow.
basis to just get to work or get to school or get our kids to school or, I mean, it's just an assault on every level constantly on a daily basis. It takes a toll because you're holding yourself together, you're keeping yourself inspired, but in the inside, you're feeling so many different things, and it's toxic, and those things start to tear apart your body from the inside. And we just don't, it's just so much for our children when we look at how much they're dealing with and what they're going through, and they're just trying to get an education, and they want to feel safe walking to school and coming home and going to, they can't, want if they want to play basketball at the basketball court. I mean, we leave, I told them walk out the door, depending on what city you live in, and you just like, oh my God, please watch over my son. He just wants to go play basketball. Bring him home to me safe. That's not a normal life for anyone, but that's the
Mm.
life that we live as, as a race of people, and those are going to have tremendous health effects. And those are things that, a lot of times we don't take into account when we look at how many of us are suffering from so many illnesses that are,
Wow.
you know, um, autoimmune and, just different, how it affects our immune system. Because one thing is a fact, stress affects your immune system. So if you look at autoimmune, like I have sarcoidosis, Bernie Mac had sarcoidosis. Michael Clark Duncan had sarcoidosis. This is an autoimmune. It's very similar to lupus. And so it's heightened by stress. So, it'll go away. But if you have too much stress over a long period of time, it brings it back. Like Tisha Campbell has sarcoidosis. This is something that's
Wow.
prevalent in the Black community. I don't know how many people talk about it. A lot of people have it, but it hasn't, like it can be like just dormant, and then what stress is one of the triggers, and
Wow.
prolonged stress, you'll have an attack, and when you do, it moves to different organs in your body.
Right.
Like for Bernie Mac, it was in his lungs. For me, it was in my lungs. And a lot of times, that's why you see people who have it, their weight fluctuates up and down because they put you on prednisone, which is probably one of the uh, worst drugs in the world, because it really tears up your body, and it causes you to blow up. You'll gain like 50, 60 pounds on this
Wow.
drug. Thankfully, I'm not having any issues, and so I'm not on that drug. But
Oh, that's good.
my oldest son, he doesn't have sarcoidosis. He has asthma. But as a result, when he's been on prednisone, so these are things that I've started to take notice and understand that at the root of all of this is stress. So, I think that has to be a huge goal of our communities, is figuring out ways to really reduce our levels of stress,
Mm-hmm.
our children's levels of stress. And I just think the more they see us reaching back, the more they see us being involved and concerned and invested in their future and in their, and I think that is one way of helping. And I think from different areas.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so that's why it's really important for me to start creating opportunities and working with organizations and people who are interested to speak with young people and just talk with them about the things that they're going through, the things that they aspire to, and in any way that I can be of
Wow.
service in that way. That's a goal of mine in the immediate future and long term.
Let me ask you this though. Because I'm going back to when you mentioned, with your brother still battling cancer. If you had any type of advice to anybody that's battling this horrible disease, in terms of keeping them inspired and keeping them healthy, what type of advice though would you offer them?
Well, honestly, because I'd gone through a period where I was very sick back in 2015, and it took me about a year to get back on my feet.
Okay.
The one thing that's important is a support system. I mean,
Exactly.
you cannot do this by yourself.
No. No.
Unfortunately,
No.
if you try,
Yeah.
you will lose. You need a support system. And you don't have to have a huge support system. It could be one person, but you need someone. And then also your mindset and your discipline. Your mindset you have to know that you can beat something. You just have to know it. And then the third thing is discipline, meaning when they do all the things that create issues and exacerbate your condition, you have to be willing to give those things up and really give them up. That's you know, if your issue is sugar, then you have to really become disciplined and start to weed as much of the unnecessary sugars
Right.
out of your life and keeps them out of your life. A lot of issues are dairy. You have to be willing to get rid of those things. And oftentimes, the discipline is what ends up being our downfall because we're not willing to let go of something that is detrimental to us. And
Right.
that's I think across the board in life. The more success you want in life with anything, to overcome anything, whether it's illness or anything, you have to be willing to give things up. What are you willing to sacrifice for yourself? Not for anyone else, for yourself, for your life. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to stop doing for yourself, for you, not to satisfy anyone else? How disciplined are you willing to be? Because some people start feeling better and think, oh, it's okay, I can have this, I can have that. No, they told that this, like, for one, sugar and dairy are the biggest offenders of any type of mucus in the body.
Wow.
So you can't completely give up sugar because sugar is in almost everything. But what you can do is give up unnecessary sugars like sodas or, sweets and, all of these things. It's not like when you're sick, you can't even do it in moderation. You can't do it at all. You just have to stop it. And then when your body is really, when you get a full bill of health from your physician, then sure, you can then treat yourself from time to time. But the old way of living that got you in that situation in the first place suddenly has to change. Now, let's say you're a perfectly healthy person who happens to have a health issue. Okay, but then all you can continue to do is try to tweak that level of healthiness and become more and more disciplined with it to give yourself a quality of life.
Right.
Because we don't know how long we're gonna live. We don't. We just all I just said was if I live to be 70, I'd rather live 70 years and have a quality of life than live 100 years and be sick for the last 30.
Mm. Mm.
So we
Wow.
have to start thinking about our quality of life, not our quantity. It's not about how long you live, but it's how well you live. How do you feel when you get up? How do you feel mentally and physically? And all of the things that support those things are the things that you have to continuously embrace. And all of the things that don't support that, you have to continuously let go of. And it's a
Mm.
process. You don't let go of 10 things at once. You let go of sometimes one thing at a time. And then you look up a year or so later, you go, wow, I don't do any of those things anymore. You have let go one a
Wow.
month. It's just really, it comes down to this mindset and discipline and support system. To me, those three things pretty much can make you invincible in that way. You have a great support system, you have an awesome mindset, and you have some extreme discipline. You give yourself a fighting chance to almost achieve anything in this world. And without those three things, it's going to be tough. It really is because we're going to always battle with discipline because we like what we like. But our mindset has to be, well, how do I want to feel? Well, how well do I want this to turn out? Like you have to ask yourself questions all the time, and it keeps you focused. It keeps you grounded in what that goal and purpose is.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I
Mm.
think that's really how I would try to break it down to somebody. That was what I had to learn for myself, and it's the reason I am where I am because just 2015, nothing was happening.
Wow.
I was sick. I didn't have an agent. I didn't have a manager. I didn't have anything. I was just
Oh,
working.
wow.
And you look up 2019 and, look where I am and look at the journey. And I'm on the phone, on a Saturday talking about my career. These are dreams. These are things that are here because I decided to become disciplined and focused about my journey. And I'm so grateful that I have that. So.
Well, one of my subscribers, let me read this to you, Mr. Burke. It says, Les can, she wanted to add, though, which it does. She has a valid point. She said less communication with negative people with their negative vibes so it won't drag you down. That will help. Be around positive people that are encouraged and they will keep you in good spirits. That is a good point. Thank you, Geneva. That's an excellent point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, your circle might become extremely small, and not because
Exactly.
of I'm better than someone or any of that. You do have to keep, especially in this business, for
Hmm.
God's sake, and especially with your health, you have to have positive vibes, positive energy, true
Exactly.
positive energy,
Exactly.
because the way you see yourself, you project onto the world, or you project onto everything. And so, if you're constantly around people who are angry, constantly around people who are constantly heightening all the negativity that's going on in the world, I mean, that's why you're on social media. I have to be very careful. You have to be very careful about what you read all the time.
Exactly.
Like you can go scroll through your timeline and you'll see, oh, you'll see nothing but negative stories about how black people are
Hmm.
being disrespected and how black people this and that and this person being beat up by the police. And I get all of that. And yes, it's all these things are happening.
Right.
But I think in the interim, the way that doesn't serve us truthfully is that it's like the news. You hear it, you know it happened, but what does it actually do for you? Like,
Hmm.
how does it inform you? Like, you know what's going on because you've seen it firsthand. So to know how many people it happened to across the United States, it doesn't really serve you. I mean, you can be aware of it, but the last thing you can do is get too wrapped up into it because all it does is suppress your immune system. What it
Right.
does is keep you focused in a place and feeling like you don't have a shot. Like you don't have a chance to be anything because everyone is against you and you cannot embrace that. It's not true. It's just what is one. To me, it's a tool of an oppressive society and system that tries to keep us feeling like the whole world. We know this. So constantly wrapping up, just reading it and living in that space and thought, what
Hmm.
you have to, what I've decided for me to keep myself sane is to have goals for what I want to achieve to help combat those things. I want to be a part of the solution, not just
Okay.
constantly wallowing and wrapped up in the problem, but being a part of the solution. And the way to do that is just like that, is to keep yourself around positive people,
Exactly.
continuously take steps in a positive direction, and then when
Exactly.
you get back, you reach back and you call someone else and you teach them. And then after a while, people become more solution based. More solution based. What can I do? How can I help myself? How can I help myself achieve this? Because
Hmm.
once I do this, I'd be happy to do that. Because once you've done something, you can tell someone else, well, this is what I did, and they can find their way in that. But yeah, it's important. Like there's so much negativity. There's we live in a society where that's rewarded. The more negative you can be, the more hateful you can be, the more you can embarrass somebody, humiliate someone on public,
Right.
on social media. We sit there. I would never hold up my phone to record a fight. Why would I do that? Why? For what reason? I would hold up my phone to record, some police misconduct. Absolutely, but never just a fight, two people fighting. If anything, if
Mm-mm.
you don't want to get involved, then get away from the situation. But don't sit there and just watch two people, potentially kill each other for your
Exactly.
amusement, just so you can have something to post. And then we do ourselves a disservice by watching that because we subconsciously desensitize ourselves to this level of violence that is perpetrated in our community and on our community. We've gotten so used to seeing images of ourselves being beaten and murdered and tortured and humiliated for likes, um, that no other race of people accept this level of disrespect and humiliation the way we do within our own community. And so I just really think that, I would love to turn the tide on that. I mean, comedy is comedy, but humiliation is something that's truly detrimental.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to be embarrassed. Nobody wants to be humiliated. And we live in a society where people post private phone conversations with pictures, you know, just all this kind of stuff. And it's just awful. And I
Hmm.
just really think that that's why we have no. Like I was telling you on the phone, Jay Z was talking about how most of the the fights that he ever seen, that he ever has never seen take place, especially growing up, started with the word, with the sentence, "What are you looking at?" You know, we don't like to, we don't like to be looked at because we feel like people see our weakness as kids. Like, when you're a teenager, someone's staring at you. They might be staring at you because they was like, wow, that person, I love what they have on.
Right.
You don't know. You don't know why someone's looking at you. But we feel they see the weakness, or they see, that we're being molested, or they see that we're being beaten to have, by our parents. Like, we don't want someone staring at us too long because we feel like they're picking us apart and finding fault. And so we get defensive, and then defensiveness turns into rage and anger, and next thing you know, we're fighting. And it's just unfortunate because, we fed into a lot of that. We perpetuated the stereotypes. And we, again, like even with like when we had that whole World Star, it was really just about people watching fights.
Right.
And it was just like, I was like, wow, how no other community have we, it was always our people. And we've seen our kids, committing suicide because of bullying. We've seen our children
that's sad.
being humiliated because of the textures of their hair by their teachers. I mean, it's a nonstop assault. And, we have to start stepping out on those issues. Children have to start feeling supported in these ways, not just on social media, but in, directly, where that's taking place. And so I just think we've kind of gotten off track, and we do not truly love ourselves as a community. We highlight ourselves, but on a day-to-day interaction, I can't speak for Chicago. I can only speak for Los Angeles right now.
Okay.
But it's always amazed me that, oftentimes Black people don't look at each other when they're in the supermarket, and they don't speak to each other. If there's a lot of Europeans at an event, and it's maybe 5 Black people, back in the day, 70s, 80s, 90s even possibly, we would kind of make sure we spoke to one another and find out who that person was. We want to know. It was a community kind of feeling like, okay, let's find out what's going on with this. And what are you doing? Okay, well, let's connect. Let's network. And that, because even like what we're doing right now, this is a form of networking amongst our people and sharing information and ideas. And we just don't do that. We come from I want to show you my diamond bracelet on Instagram to make you feel like, look at me. You better get yours, but I'm not going to tell you how to get it. I'm not going to empower you with some information on how you might be able to have success in your life. I'm not going to empower you with information on my journey for you to say, wow, that's very similar to mine. Because sometimes just knowing that somebody went through some similar thing can be empowering. We just want to show you the results and not really share the journey with you in a real way. And that's what's missing. It's great for me to show you where I am now, but if you don't know where I came from, then how does that inspire you just to see, I got this new shiny thing. I got that new shiny thing. This costs this much. Imagine how much this ring costs. That's all great, but that's the destination. What about the journey? What can you tell me about your journey that will empower me to get through it, help me get through mine? It may not be the only thing that will help, but it'll be part of that. It'll be a step in your journey that helps keep you going. Some air, some oxygen to keep you, feeling empowered. And I think that's what's missing. And I'm not accusing anybody. I'm saying these are things that we can start to look to and start to focusing on implementing. And because they've taken sports, they've taken not sports, they've taken gym, art, music out of school.
And, yes. And I think ever since they've done that, it kind of messed things up for kids, especially music, because I've always been a big time supporter of the arts, though, because if you don't have the arts, then how do you expect though the kids to grow, to develop, though? I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's the goal, to stifle growth, to stifle and stunt growth, to give people no outlet. There's no real community centers where kids can go after school. There are not enough after school programs. They took those away. And then they say, these kids, they get involved in gangs. They don't have, I'm not saying that they don't have nothing else to do. They don't have nowhere to go. It's like if we had these places available for our children when they get out of school because their parents are working two jobs and can't necessarily be there to sit down and do homework with them, then they would have a place to go and have mentors to talk to and have people to help them with schoolwork that seems, out of their reach. There's just
Yeah.
not enough support. And I think that that's in order to, if we're going to save our community at all, it has to start with our children. It has to, because they're our future. They're the ones that's going to pull us forward. And the assault is really on them, on their minds, on what they see, on how they feel. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what was done to us, on what we saw. So we
Yes.
had I think that the generation that in the 60s and the 70s, those people, they came out of the civil rights movement. And so their mindset was a lot
Right.
different in that way. And the way they saw community and the responsibility, like I was telling you, your neighbor could check you back in the day. Your neighbor could be like, hey, kid, get out of the street. What are you doing? Your mother doesn't. And that would be fine. And I wouldn't talk back and I'd be embarrassed and I'd go, oh my
Right.
gosh, I'm going to tell my mother. You can't do that anymore.
No.
That day is done. You better not say nothing to your neighbor's kid. She be coming over there with a
Pistol.
9mm. Someone don't you say nothing to my kid.
I know, right?
So we've gotten away from the village. We've gotten away from holding each other accountable in that way, but still being supportive. It's not to bash a kid. It's to let them know, hey, you're better than this. I know your parents are better than this, and they're gonna want to know how you're acting out here in these streets. That has been completely lost, and that's why you have people running through the hood shooting it up because there's no accountability.
We're facing the
And so,
same challenges in Chicago as well, so I'm very familiar with what you're speaking about.
yeah, and so I think with the art, because I feel like it's such a huge outlet besides sports. Like sports is a huge, but sports benefits them, and they've always and they facilitate a lot of things for sport. Some of the best and the brightest. But
Right.
what about the rest of our children who aren't interested in going into play professional basketball or football, and they want to just have that outlet? They should still be able to play. Don't think So a lot of this is about us coming together and finding ways, even from a grassroots standpoint, like what you're doing, if you organize something and there's 100 kids there that want to hear about entertainment or sports, and you have someone like myself or some other, someone from the sports world, or someone from, even visual artists or, somebody who can speak to different, like the same way that the teachers used to have career day and they would have parents come in and speak about their job and, cater to what they do and explain how it works. I think that is still necessary. I think that if you don't do it in school, it still should be done somewhere on a bigger scale.
Right.
Really allow people to feel, these kids to feel empowered and feel like they have access to this life. And I just don't ever hear about those things, so I know that they're necessary.
Yes, it is very much necessary. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna open up the mic though. So for those of you who are still chimed in with me, I'm gonna open up the mic if anybody want to ask Mr. Key Burke any questions, anything that you want to know about him as a person or the actual show of the haves and have-nots. Excuse me. Like I said, like I said, I want to open up the, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. My throat got a little dry though. But I want to kind of open up the mic just a couple of minutes if anybody want to ask questions, or if anybody doesn't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. But I do have one more question for you, Mr. Burke. Now, I'm interested in doing a part two though of this interview though, if you're interested.
Definitely, I'm always open to talking about, things that people are interested in hearing.
Hmm.
And I think, it'd be easier possibly if they had, if you have a format of questions that are specific to what your viewers are really, I can answer those, and it might
Sure.
be easier. Um, it'd be real easy to do that because then I'm
Okay.
answering very specific questions that your viewers are specifically interested in.
Okay. Okay. So let me do this. So, guys, if anybody has, any ideas or specific topics that you want me to address to Mr. Burke, you can leave the comment on the bottom, or if you want to send me an email directly, you can send me, excuse me, an email at charris7102 at gmail.com. Again, that's charris7102 at gmail.com. Let me any type of suggestions or anything you want me to address, then we could definitely do a part two though, and then continue this interview though, because this has been an excellent interview. I mean, your story has been fantastic, and some of my subscribers stated that they wanted to extend prayers to you, as far as your brother is concerned, and then just declare, just to confirm healing for him.
Well, thank you so much. And I said thank you. I very much appreciate it. Um, and it's been wonderful uh, just having this opportunity. And yeah, I mean, it's just been great talking and getting an opportunity to share my story with everyone. And,
I'm glad you did. I'm happy you
blessings to
did.
all.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that we're still
absolutely,
going to keep in
absolutely.
touch though. No question about that, because I want to know what's going on with your brother and how you're still doing and everything. So, but I mean, I want to again thank you though for coming to the show though and sharing your story and just, I mean, just your overall inspiration. I mean, you inspire me.
Well, thank you. And it's been a pleasure. And just wish, continued blessings to everyone and continued growth. Like I said, I'm living my dream. I couldn't be happier right now. I'm just blessed and I'm grateful and I'm humbled by just, all these opportunities that I am getting. And I will just continue to grow and look for ways to be of service.
Hmm. Yes, I mean, because it's been. I mean, you made my dream come true. I mean, you like the first celebrity I interviewed on my channel, and I mean, that's fantastic. Oh, Tr, one of my subscribers, he said prayers for your brother as well. Um,
Well, thank
uh,
you.
well, TR5, he pretty much answered the question. He asked, what advice would you give to the young people who want to get into the acting business? We pretty much discussed that earlier.
Yeah, I just said the main thing is just get that foundation. I found my foundation in theater, and a lot of actors find their foundation in the theater. And if
Hmm.
there's theater that's acceptable, it could be community theater, it could be if you're, if these young people are in school and they have an opportunity to do theater or to do any type of a play.
Hmm.
If you're in church, like anything that's going to give you an opportunity to start getting up on your feet and experiencing what that's about and what that's like. But learn the craft. That's all. I mean, please, for yourself, do yourself. The biggest favor you can ever do yourself is to learn the craft. Be as
Right.
prepared as you can possibly be and as disciplined about it as you possibly can. And I think that given any raw ability that you have with that discipline and that hard work, I promise you, at some point you will have success. You will. But you have to have patience and diligence. And
Hmm.
that's the biggest piece of advice I can give them.
Okay. One of my other subscribers, Geneva, she, oh wow, I'm gonna put it out there anyway because she wanted me to ask this question. Because she said she missed the beginning of the interview, which is okay. I mean, I'm glad you chimed in and thank you so much. Well, actually, yeah, she has two questions. Number one, she wanted me to ask, are you involved in any of the other movies or shows, and are you currently married, and how many kids?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's not me. That was
Wow.
her. She asked that. I was. She put the question out there. So just
Yeah. Um. Well, right now I'm just focused. I've been involved with just the haves and the have-nots. I did
okay,
do the season opener last season for the show Preacher that's on AMC. I was in that um the season 3 opener for Preacher.
great.
We shot that in New Orleans, and I did that last season.
Wow.
But other than that, I've been blessed to just to continue working on the haves and the have-nots, which it just brings me so much joy because I really love that show and I love
Amen.
being a part of it. So that's been my focus, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. As far as how many children I have 4 boys, um, and I'm not married.
Okay. All right. But then also she responded. She said, "LOL, just asking." Wow. You're too cute, Geneva. Thank you though. But let me just state this real quick, and I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up though. So for those of you who had chimed in, to the live stream, I want to thank you again so very much though for participating though with this interview with Mr. Key Burke. Mr. Burke, again, I want to thank you once again from the bottom of my heart though. It's been a great, great pleasure to come for you to come to my show though and to talk and interview and share your experiences, and as well as, about the haves and have nots. But I definitely want to invite you back on the show as well. And guys, like I said, and all to my new subscribers, again, thank you so very much for your love and support. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Again, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So
And can I leave my Instagram information to if they want to follow
absolutely.
me
I
on
mean,
it?
whoever want to reach out to you, please leave the information, please.
Yeah, they're all lowercase. Underscore Burke underscore official.
Okay, say that one more time because you sounded muffled. You said Keith underscore and then Burke underscore and what else? I'm sorry.
Official.
Official. Okay. So again, you can reach out to Keith Burke on Instagram. That's Keith underscore Burke underscore official. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And I know they could reach. I mean, because I know I reached out to you on Twitter as well.
Yeah, you know the problem is I don't really I hadn't been using Twitter that much, so it took me a minute to see what was going on there. But yeah, I'm mostly on. I tend to be on Instagram a lot, but I try to post things through all the social media at once. But I primarily post from Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely, and Twitter. I already have my Twitter, so I don't have to. I don't think I have to give you that one.
Okay. I'll leave that alone though. But yeah,
Right,
but
you
you
have
could.
that one, right?
Yes, I know how to get to reach out to you on Twitter. But yeah, guys, again, to reach out to him on Instagram is Keith underscore Burke underscore official. So definitely reach
All
out to him on
lowercase.
Instagram.
Yep. Thank you so much. This was awesome.
Yes,
And I'm sure we'll be catching up again at some point as the
absolutely.
storyline develops.
Ladies and gentlemen, and don't forget though to definitely tune in to the haves and have nots every single Tuesday. I know in Chicago it comes on at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So, but yeah, definitely watch the haves and have nots though, because it's been very exciting and wow, just keep watching it. It's just it's awesome. It is awesome. So, but
Well, thank you so much, and I look forward to speaking with you at some point soon.
absolutely, yeah, we're definitely going to still keep in communication. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream. I hope you really have enjoyed it. I mean, because I've been inspired myself. Um, Also, as well, let me just state this. Again, this has been a great pleasure. This is just a dream and come true. Thank you to my subscribers who participated in this live stream. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. And excuse me, I'm sorry, my throat is going in and out though. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Again, thank you all so very much for making this dream and this opportunity come true. I'm going to end this video, guys, and this live stream. So I'm going to go ahead. For those of you who've been following me for a while, I'm going to give you my outro. I'm going to say that I love you. I bless you. I have faith in you. And I realize the creator in each and every one of you. So, guys, until the next video, I'm going to go ahead and drop the mic. Mr. Burke, thank you so very much for participating in this live stream. To my subscribers, thank you for participating, though. This has been a fantastic experience. And, guys, like I said, stay strong, stay positive, stay inspired. One love. And with that being said, see temptation is out the building. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And you all